Welcome back to What Arty Noobs with General Disturbance. This is the M44. It's the Tier 6 American SPG, and this one's located on the north spawn of Cliff, under the command of laughinkitti. Now, one mark on his barrel. I think actually this is going to be rather an interesting replay. I think I know what's going to go on here, because laughinkitti's no noob when it comes to the M44. He knows what to use, how to do it. And I'm expecting this to be quite an interesting battle.
Let's get this show on the road.
And battle has commenced. Yep, laughinkitti hasn't loaded in yet. His barrel's dropped, which indicates he hasn't quite loaded yet. But he will. Oh, barrel's up. He's away. Now I think you can see so the Rain 15550 there, aiming from his spawn position. Looks like laughinkitti's going to go off to the other side of the cap area and try and get behind these bushes, I think. Yep. Okay, he's just sorting out his firing position. Oh dear, knocked a tree down. Not advisable. Well, he's not sitting directly behind the tree anyway. He's got a 155mm howitzer to play with in a swivel mount, which means obviously he can get very accurate shots over a very wide field of fire. Don't encourage players to knock down trees, because it does give away their position. If you can see tracer appearing from a tree, then obviously somebody would say, well, it's obvious where they must be. The enemy will look for things like trees being knocked down as an indication that the enemy might be there. Okay, that Type 58 just took a hit from the enemy, and we fire a round in, and laughinkitti gets two hit points of splash from the star and stuns him, and he's attacking the Type 58, who's just taken another hit from the enemy Arty, and I think he's not going to last very long. But laughinkitti's about to shoot, fires a round in, and 61 hit points. The shell lands just in front of the star one, who pulls back rapidly behind cover. Yep, he knew that he got the kill, but he knew he was going to take some damage in the process. Now, we're looking for more enemy. And there was an SU-100 somewhere in that location. No sign of him now, but we're firing a round in near to the rock. If the SU-100 was there, he might have been badly damaged by that shell. But something he can fire at is an IS. And it's moving up towards the centre mark, the centre line. It's gone behind that house. Round out. Oh, it landed right in front of him, but it did stun him. Now, laughinkitti has got a fairly quick reload with this SPG. 16.8 seconds. It's not the fastest you can get. If you use premium consumables, you can drop the speed by about a 1 second on the reload. And that round hit the rear of the KV-2. And has tracked him, and he's now been killed, so he pick up 254 hit points of damage assistance there. Going for the rear of that IS, can put a round in, and rounds out, and it lands behind him for 17 hit points, but he's pulling back just a little bit to avoid being spotted. Going for another shot on the IS. Yep, dialed in, and rounds out straight away. And he did hit the target, right into the rear of the IS there. Now he's moved just a little bit closer to the tree, but as I said before, don't really want to sit behind dead trees, because if you do, you might get a hit. Now he's firing where the IS was last located. He's lost sight of it, but he knows it was there. And no results, so we don't know if it did hit the target or not. Now he keeps rolling out the, scrolling out to try and take aim at the enemy. There's a little trick that will actually help you aim at the enemy faster. And he splashes that 3002D for 36 hit points. And that's actually to use your right hand mouse button whilst holding down the control key. Use your right hand mouse button anywhere on the mini-map to see where you want to look. And the view will take you there straight away. So it's right hand mouse button, using the control key, so control first, then the right hand mouse button on the mini-map, and that will take your view directly to the area you want to look at. So you won't have to scroll, you can just go there directly. There's the IS, the one that he fired at earlier. And look, you can see his shell hit directly on the rear of that IS and penetrated the engine bay. Trying to get another shot on him. Round out. Direct hit. 148 hit points. And that one hit the rear of the IS. And he's now been killed. So we got some stun assist there. Right, there's an AMX 1375 come down. He's attacking that Type 62. We're almost loaded and we're about to shoot. Working out where he's going. Round out. And we splash him for 31 hit points. He's taking damage, so we're picking up some stun assist. And we're almost loaded, so going to go for another shot. Going for the AMX 1375. Round out. Oh, just missed him, but stunned him. As long as we keep him stunned, it'll slow down his shooting, make it worse, and make it more difficult for him to reload. Oh, but he still took out our Super Jumbo. Going to go for another shot on the AMX 1375. Lead the target just a little. And round out. Oh, no, he turned at the last second. So we missed that opportunity to kill him. Now he's gone behind that building. He's headed this way. Chi-2's now the next target for that 1375. We're almost loaded and round out. No, it went long. He anticipated him going around the corner, around the house, but instead he ducked behind it. Now he can splash kill that 1375 if he aims directly at the side of the house, and that's where he's doing. Oh, we lost the Chi-2. The 1375 comes out from around the back. We fire around in and... oh, 1375's killed after we stunned him. So we picked up the stun assistance. The scores are currently even. Now, the M44 is probably the most... the fastest reloading Arty, well, not the fastest reloading, but it's one of the most terrifying Artys in the game for the enemy, because that 155mm gun really does do a lot of damage to the enemy tanks. In fact, actually, I should say howitzer, because it is a howitzer, not a gun. But he fires at the Scorpion G, and that lands directly in front of him, even though he was unsighted. Right, we've got a 3002D there, and our T-44 is creeping up on him. Okay, he's taking fire from the T-44. Now, can we get a shot at the side of the building? Round out. Yes, we do. 195 hit points, and we stunned him. There's a T-26E5. That's not the Patriot version. That's the unmarked version. He's just behind that rock. Going to fire a round in. We've marked the target for our teammates to let them know an Arty round is going to go in. But we're holding back. We're waiting for the T-26E5 to get close. Oh, we lost one of our own teammates there to an Arty round, I think. Fired the round in now. And we get 32 hit points of stun. Oh, from splash on that T-26. Now, the M44 can actually do more damage per minute than some tier 10 Artys. And that has been a matter of concern for wargaming, but after all, there are ways of actually getting around that problem. Would be to actually make the tier 10 Artys have a better fire rate, which would then obviously make their DPM match that of the M44. Certainly that would be true for the Batchat 155-58. And there's the Scorpion. Now he's getting close. Round out. Direct hit. 474, but were we seen? Well, the Scorpion was killed immediately afterwards, so I don't think that's a worry. Now we've still got that T-26E5 round the corner. The 50TP is trying to hold that corner. There's a VK3001P over the other side of the map. On the south side, we're indicating that's our... In fact, actually, one of our teammates has requested fire on that, and we've indicated the target. And the shell goes in, but I'm not sure if we did any damage. T-44 is coming up on that 3001D. I think he may have dropped over the edge of the cliff. Yes, I think he's in the dip now. T-44 will locate him. There, a tree went down, so that gives an indication of where he is. We fired a round in anyway. We've got 14 rounds of ammo left. The T-26 has gone up onto the plateau. So we've got a direct hit on him next, I hope. Lining him up for a shot. Round out. Direct hit. 224. Good shot. The enemy Arty hit our Jag Tiger 88 at the same time. We're lining the T-26 up for another shot. He's shooting at our Jag Tiger. Any second now. We'll fire again. Come on, shoot. Round out. Oh, it fell short, but it stunned him. And the T-26E5 goes down to the Jag Tiger. The enemy Arty's been spotted. Lining up a shot in the M12. Almost loaded. Rounds out. Straight away. It's an accurate hit. It hit the M12. We don't know how much damage because it's unsighted at the moment. But it must have been substantial because it was a direct hit. There was no explosion. Going to shoot another one in. Round out straight away. Oh, that's a kill shot. Got him. And the 3001P goes down to our T-44. That means there are only 2 enemies left to kill. One of them's the M44, the other's the SU-100 that we were aiming at before at the start of the battle. Now it looks like our teammate in the other Arty is aiming for the corner next to the cap. I wonder if he knows that that's where the SU-100 is. I suspect that the enemy M44 is probably in the corner. Yes, he is. There he is. Lining up a shot. Round out. And a splash. 106. A good splash. And he's killed, so we picked up the stun assist. So it's just the SU-100 we need to kill. And he still hasn't been spotted. We're loaded, ready to go, but we can't see the SU-100. There he is. Oh, he's in that little culvert. He's in that little hiding place in the corner there. And he's being killed by the Jag Tiger 88. That's the end of the game. So let's have a look at the end of battle results and see how well we did. Oh, look at this. It's an Ace Tanker for Laughing Kitty in the M44. He also picked up a Bruiser medal for getting at least 5 critical hits. He got 19. And a Confederate medal for hitting more of the enemy than anyone else on his team. At least 6 tanks subsequently taken out by others. And in fact, he only got 1 kill in the entire battle all on his own. The M12, and he hit him both times on both strikes. When it comes to the team score, we can see that he actually came third on damage, 2,189 hit points. Highest scorer was the T-44. He picked up the high caliber and the steel wall, 2688, and the Jag Tiger managed to get 2286. The highest enemy was the M44. He managed 1,778 hit points of damage. When it came to kills, it was the T-44 and the Jag Tiger, managed to get 4 kills between them. Then the Type 62 with 2 kills. Highest scorer on the enemy team was the M44 with 3 kills, and then the AMX 1375 with 2. When it comes to base XP, it was Laughing Kitty who managed to get the highest amount, 1,299 XP. That's because he was hitting higher tier opponents, tier 8 opponents during that game, and that meant obviously he was collecting more XP with every shot, and he did hit more of the enemy than anyone else, so obviously every time he hit a tier 8 he was getting more XP than the others. So very good score by him there. 1,135 by the T-44, and lastly 940 XP by the Jag Tiger 88. We look at the detail report. We can see he fired 27 rounds, got 8 direct hits, 8 penetration and 14 splash. Damage of 2,189 hit points, all at more than 300 meters. He hit 9 of the enemy, so that's 3/5 of the enemy team he managed to hit. Only got 1 kill though. Did damage assistance of 730 hit points and stun assistance of 1,172 hit points off 21 stuns. On a premium account, he earned 57,497 credits, and after ammunition resupply, he still had 43,862 credits left over. He received 1 bond for the Confederate, and 1,948 XP. There was no multiplier, so that's all he took away. But yep, sometimes it does pay off, and an Ace Tanker is very welcome, and I knew that Laughing Kitty would do well. Got a win 8 of 4039. The reason I knew he would do well is because he does like the M44. He's got 1 mark on his barrel, and it won't be long before he's got 2. So if you enjoyed this replay, please give it a like and do subscribe to our channel, and hopefully it'll be your replay that I'll be featuring in the next video.